Hi, everyone. Welcome to another amazing topic of conversation. Thank you to our sponsors, the Health Channel. So please sign up for everything regarding health to their newsletter. And if you need any workspaces, Alexa's Workspaces can accommodate you immediately, whether it is a boardroom, an office, or just for an hour. So, Mercedes, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Gladys, for having me. It's an honor.
Let me start by saying that there are some people, and today we're going to talk about what is energy and what is medicine with energy.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people do believe, while you have the others that are the skeptics who don't believe. So please tell me, first of all, what is medicine energy? Medicine energy. Let's start from there.
Absolutely. It'll be my pleasure. So, energy medicine, the way that I like to explain it is basically becoming aware of the mental, physical power that we have with our body, with the health of our body. And it all starts from your thoughts. And who knew that thoughts are energy? And with each thought, we create feelings, emotions, then activate the chemistry in our body. And that is what we call energy medicine. So we unconsciously don't even realize that we have a pharmacy in our body, and our body naturally produces what it needs when it needs it. Now, when we are in dis-ease, aka stress,
which is now most of the world. Everybody is, you talk to everyone is, I'm really stressful, I'm really tired. So yes, you start producing a kind of
this shift in focus to what is not working, to what is changing, or what you're having an issue with. That shift in focus then shifts the peace and calmness within your energy field. Then it starts to create that dis-ease. And so then sometimes we'll have a headache, or then we'll have a little shoulder pain, or a little knee pain, or a little indigestion. That's our body
reacting to stress.
It's our body telling us.
All of the above.
Yeah, it's like saying, hey, you're out of balance. Come back to center. And a lot of people are not aware. So what do? We take a Tylenol, we take an Advil. Shut up, body. I don't want to hear you right now. I got to keep on going. And then we just keep on going. It's like revving a car and not shifting the gears. We're revving our bodies, our nervous system, and we're stressing it out to a point where then that's the memory, that's the default mode that the majority of people are in.
So before you tell us what we're going to do, let me go back a little bit. And because there's a lot of people that do not believe in the homeopathic, the energy, or the spiritual healing. And I remember very clearly when my daughter, she was like 2.5 and she needed the little tubes for the ears. A friend of mine, we both heard the same thing. I went into surgery to operate my daughter, and she went into little drops, and her daughter was fine. She didn't go through surgery, and And we
So-
kept in touch, and her daughter broke a leg and she healed her without a cast. So it does work. But before we talk about all that, I want you to tell your story and how you got involved in all this.
Absolutely, Gladys. So I, like you, had that same mentality. I was brought up by very loving family members, but they were very, very focused on, oh, let's go to the doctor. You feel something? Oh, let's go to the doctor. They have the answers. They were not so trusting to the innate intelligence that our body has. And so I grew up sick. I was born with asthma, in and out of hospitals most of my life. And then I grew up with that mentality because my parents would say, oh, but I see that, poor thing, she can't, she's too weak, she can't run. So they would take me out of PE from school, so I wouldn't be able to do the exercises with the other kids. And they were very well-meaning parents, but guess what they programmed in me?
Correct.
She's not
They
strong
wanted
enough.
to protect you.
She's not strong enough. She's not healthy enough. So that's what I was programmed with all my life. Fast forward into my 20s. And of course, by this time, I'm really trained in grabbing the medication when I would feel something, going to the doctor when I would feel something. I was completely detached from my body. And then life happens. And fast forward to 33 years old, I became massively depressed. And at that time, I did the unthinkable. I went ahead and I took my life. At that moment,
You took your life?
I took my life. I had a near-death experience at the age of 33.
Oh my God.
Because I did not understand what was going on inside. I had no idea the power I had. I had no clue. I was completely detached. At that moment in time, when I woke up in Mercy Hospital, and I said, oh my God, I'm still here. Whoa! At that point, I was humbled because I knew that there was an intelligence bigger than me that kept me on this planet.
Wait a second. So what was your first thought when you woke up? Like, were you mad that you didn't succeed?
No, I wasn't.
Were you happy that you didn't succeed?
No, my first thought that came was like, oh, I'm still here. Oh. And because I felt this peace that is undescribable. And when I came to, I was like, oh, I'm still here. Okay. I was
What
humbled.
else did you feel for your near-death experience?
I remember feeling a peace beyond explanation. It was
The
just
white light?
no light. I felt vast. I felt infinite. That's the only words that I can find that would describe what I felt. It was a feeling. It was like I was everything and nothing. It was very like nothing I had ever felt before. And
you had never asked for help before, or nothing worked, or it was just...
I took the help of doctors. I was on antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications. I was going to therapy. I was doing it all, but it didn't help.
Yeah.
It didn't help because I wasn't connected to me. I didn't understand my capabilities. And
So how did you turn the page?
When I turned the page and I realized, okay, I can't leave. There's something else bigger than me that's keeping me here. So, okay, let's go. Let's see. That's when I became a seeker. And then fast forward to 2017, when I had my last physical issue, which was a brain tumor in my pituitary gland. I was having symptoms of this tumor. And when I went to the neurologist and took the medication for it, it put me in the hospital. So I couldn't even take the medication for the brain tumor. So that's when I turned to energy medicine. I started seeking because I was feeling bad. Western medicine didn't help me, so I sought. And so I came across acupuncture. That was my first encounter with energy medicine. I had never believed in acupuncture, and now I'm like, oh God, I don't want needles in my body. But I was so desperate to get relief from the symptoms that I said, hey, let's do this. And then from there, I started researching, and I found that there's an energy medicine school that you can get a master's degree right here in Weston, and they have them all over the world. When I came across this, I started studying and I started healing myself. I started getting my certifications in mindset, emotional intelligence. And I tell you right now, I have never been healthier. I don't need any medications. I don't take anything for anything. When I have pain, if I have pain, I know how to direct that energy, because it's just energy without a pathway out. And when you know this, then you're not going to quiet your body. You're going to say, thank you, body, for letting me know. And you help that energy move.
Not only you cured yourself, you got your life back, and now you have a whole career, because what I've heard of people that actually go to you are like, they rave.
Yes. So what I love and what I do now, I help people understand their mind, their heart, their spirit, or if you want to call it energy, whatever floats your boat, it's energy. And so I show them, I empower them. And I also do a technique now, which is called spinal flow technique, which is basically working with the person's own energy in the sacrum area. And I move it up the spine, clearing blockages from the spine with each session. And the body knows what it needs to heal. I am the mover of the energy, but your body is doing the healing.
Yes, but you facilitate.
Yes.
You facilitate. It's not that, because a lot of people, and for example, there's some Chinese cultures that they learn even how to control their heartbeat. And they can achieve that also with meditation and certain things. But for the world, most of the world, it doesn't work. But you help people in a very different way. You help shift that energy.
Yes. The beautiful thing about spinal flow technique is I don't have to be talking about the person's past, or they don't have to relive things. I literally see their posture, look at their posture, because their posture is telling me the story of where they're holding the energy. And then I do photos, and then with each session, we monitor the changes that the body's making. It's the body, it's the intelligence of that body that knows what to do.
So let me ask you another question. Emotional intelligence. I feel that is something that we've been talking about lately. It's becoming more and more common. But for everyone, emotional intelligence is very different. So tell me from your point of view.
From an energetic point of view, emotional intelligence is really understanding the language your body is speaking and being able to feel emotions and not react, but to respond.
What do you mean not react, but to respond? So
reacting meaning when we see something we don't like, right? If we see someone hurting someone and we're triggered, let's say on TV, right? And we see something negative happen and we feel a trigger, we know that that's just energy. And so we don't hold on to it. We let that energy pass through the energy field. It takes 90 seconds for an emotion to pass through the energy field and not get stuck.
So wait, so we see something that we don't like, and instead of reacting, we step back. Just 90 seconds?
90 seconds.
That's all it takes?
Let the emotion dissipate. It's energy.
Okay, that I need to learn because I'm very reactive.
I was too. My parents in Spanish, they used to call me foforito.
Okay,
so that's like
yeah,
a little
like a match. Correct.
Yes.
I am like that.
I was like that. And I catch myself, right? Because those triggers sometimes were like, okay, no, okay, let's breathe, let's feel. I'm not suppressing anything. I'm not resisting anything. I'm just allowing for that energy to move through my energy field. And I breathe. And I'm just the watcher of that energy, of that emotion. Because emotion is just basically energy that's tied to a story. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, that's not right. That's just my judgment. So we want to really just become aware of, be the watcher of those emotions. Notice the sensations that the body gives you. Feelings are the way the body speaks to you. Emotions are attached to a story.
But okay, so tell me now, what's the process that you take someone so that they can go from leaving all kinds of medicines and going through?
So the first part I take every client is helping them become aware of their innate organic power with mind and heart connection. So I take them through a series of questions so that I activate their own inner guidance, their own intuition, and they're going to find their own truth. So I help them in that respect. Then I also, depending on their needs, I'll do sessions of spinal flow so that they can release emotional trauma, physical trauma, or chemical trauma that they have stored in that spine. And then I give them tools so that they can do at home to maintain themselves, to maintain their energy, to reprogram when they want to reprogram any mindset that's not serving them, to become aware, how to become aware of their emotions and their triggers, how to become aware of their values and how to insert their values into their everyday life. It changes the way you live life.
So it's basically more about the way we have to change our life habits. Like, for example,
it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, correct. It's how do we change our lifestyle?
When we realize that this body is literally a vehicle, it's a receiver of data, right? We receive with our, when we get goosebumps, right? That's our antennas receiving information. And then we also transmute energy, right? We eat food, we change it into fuel, and then we release whatever doesn't serve us, right? So we're a transmuter of energy. We have our mind that also transmutes energy. And then we're a transmitter of energy. We give off energy. So our body does those three things with our awareness. And then when we understand and we follow with our awareness all of these items for our body, then we can bring in excellent health. When we know where to touch, what to do, how to breathe.
What about food? Does it affect what we eat?
Yes, so it's important to really become aware of what you're putting into the body. So the body is made to process stuff that doesn't serve it, but to a certain amount, right? So when we're just going all the time and we're just eating whatever comes our way, we're not really being mindful of the kind of fuel we're putting into the body. So our body is really our faithful servant, and it's going to respond to what we give it. It is there saying, okay, I'm here, take care of me and I'll take care of you. And then we think, we're like, oh my God, okay, I'm going to the doctor because of this, and I'm going to the doctor because of that. But then we don't look, we don't stop and say, how's my eating? How do I tell my body I love it? Our bodies and our cells are listening to how we think about it. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, I love you, body. Thank you for everything you do every day without me
I don't
even
think we
telling
do
you.
that.
Exactly. Well, this is what I show people, to really bring love and gratitude into your life, into your body, that vibration. We're vibration. And you know what? I didn't believe this stuff. I was like completely against this stuff. I was like, my medicine cabinet looked like a pharmacy. Okay. And I would always take stuff. It is freeing not having to take anything and feeling amazing. And that's the freedom I want to give everyone.
I know. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can either visit my website at boundlesshealinghands.org, or they can reach out to me, call me, text me at 305-206-1908.
Mercedes, this has been like really eye-opening. Before we go, I have one last question.
Sure.
Attitude. How do you instill a positive attitude in someone? Because you know there's a lot of people that's always on a negative side. And you say, do we really step away from someone that's always negative and there's always everything's bad gonna happen?
So I am
You
so
try
happy.
to change them and you can't. It's
No.
like
The best way we can help anybody outside of ourselves is for us, for you, to be that joy, to be that positive person that you want others people to be, because your harmony, your heart harmony can actually interrupt their disharmony. So when you put your oxygen on first and you do you and you take care of you first, then automatically it will transfer to every single person you interact with.
But do we stay away from those negative people?
I don't, because I don't get
Because it doesn't
contaminated.
stick back to you.
I don't judge them. If we judge someone,
But
we're
it
automatically
isn't about
getting
judge. It isn't about judging. It's always a negative.
So in one of my classes, in my 9-week program that I have online, starts in January, this is one of the things that we address, right? No judgment. Why? Because when let's say we're seeing something and you notice, Look at that person. They just did that. That's so wrong.
No, but it's not even that. That is judgment. That is wrong according to you. What I mean is when you are with someone that everything is negative. Oh, it's going to rain. We're not going to be able to do this. Or this is going to go wrong.
So let me ask you something. If you know you can't change anyone and you are doing you, the best thing you can do is just hold space for that person who's unconscious of their programming and bring in compassion. That's the only thing you can do.
And with that, this is, I think, the best message we can leave everyone with. So, Mercedes, thank you so much to everyone. Until next week, and stay safe. Above all, have a great day.
You too. Thank you.